Welcome to Unchained here on Pahrump News. I'm your host, Deanna O'Donnell. So glad you could join us tonight. Well, as you may know in the news, the three people that were arrested in connection to the July 5th murder of 22-year-old Joey Perry have been seen in court. This murder occurred at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park. All three have pled not guilty. 18-year-old Anthony Aguilar, 19-year-old Carlos Blakely, and 18-year-old Nevaeh Miller have had their first court appearances. The two men accused of fatally shooting Perry were arrested following a manhunt in which the suspects eventually turned themselves into police. The shooting occurred following a fight during a family-packed movie night at that park. Perry was shot 4 times. During the court appearances on July 9th in Pahrump for Aguilar, Justice of the Peace Kurt Vito held the suspect without bail. Prosecutors alleged that Aguilar was the shooter. Blakely turned himself into the Metropolitan Police Department in Las Vegas on Monday, July 7th. He appeared in a Las Vegas courtroom, and following the Thursday, he was extradited back to Pahrump on July 11th. Blakely is also being held without bail. The next court hearing is set for September 23rd. Nevaeh Miller appeared before Justice of the Peace Michael Foley. She pled not guilty. She was described as animated during the hearing, making faces to the media and covering her face when photos were being taken of her with a piece of paper. She was also admonished by the judge for disrupting the courtroom. Miller was arrested recently for domestic battery. During that investigation, detectives questioned her about the murder and say that they discovered evidence of her possible involvement. Police say that she obstructed the investigation by willfully making untrue and misleading statements to law enforcement. Miller is scheduled to return to court on August 13th. Well, the man accused of injuring several members of a family and firing 2 rounds into their vehicle and ramming it with his SUV was in court recently. Benjamin Talbot was before Judge Lane on July 28th in district court. Talbot underwent a competency evaluation and reportedly pled guilty after a plea deal was made for probation between the defense and prosecutors. The judge refused to accept that plea agreement and sentenced Talbot to 77 months or 16 years in prison. And this case began in 2022 when Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to the intersection of South Indian Reservation Road and Turner Boulevard here in Pahrump on November 3rd. After receiving reports that someone had shot into a family's car, hitting a 68-year-old man 5 times in the neck and back. 3 other occupants were in the car, according to the Nye County Sheriff's Office reports, including a 9-year-old who sustained shrapnel wounds to his face, a 13-year-old who also received shrapnel wounds to the right forearm, and a 68-year-old woman who sustained shrapnel wounds to her right eye and the back of her head. Victim testimony in court was dramatic. The victims reportedly lost their upholstery business because of this. The male shooting victim had to be resuscitated on scene 2 times. The male child had glass in his eye and had to undergo eye surgery. The female testified in court and said that she is in therapy and is having trouble leaving her room or riding in a car. She described Talbot as chasing them, ramming them, and shooting at them. Talbot was apparently in a meth-induced psychosis and thought that they had kidnapped his daughter. The case is now going to trial. I want to thank Hans Conser for that report. Well, a single vehicle fatal crash occurred this week on Old Spanish Trail Highway near Tacoma. This is a rollover crash with an ejection. 2 males were involved and both were not breathing, according to the reporting party at the scene. And this was reportedly about 5 to 10 miles west of Highway 160. Fire Chief Scott Lewis from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene and confirmed both occupants were deceased. The vehicle is described as a 2008 BMW 328i. Las Vegas Metro is conducting that crash investigation. Metro reports that the vehicle was allegedly speeding on the highway when the driver lost control. The vehicle overturned several times. 31-year-old driver was ejected from that car and a 49-year-old passenger was located inside the vehicle. Both occupants are from Tacoma. Well, when we return, we're going to have our first guest, Maria Guerra. Sponsored by Want to Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leave you with a smile. Axe Exterminators. Give those pests the axe. Give them a call today for general pest control, rodents, termites, bed bugs, and so much more in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and surrounding areas. 775-990-2065. And I'm joined by Maria Guerra. How you doing today?
Hello.
Hey.
I'm better now that I see you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I love that. It's been a while.
I know, huh?
It's been a while. I'm happy to be back talking to you.
I know.
Yeah.
So many different things about you that you have your fingers in. Let's talk a little bit about them.
Many, many hats.
Exactly. What do you do for your day job?
Okay, so my day job, I work for Nye County WIC. And I've been with WIC for, so many years, 22 years.
Yes.
Or, well, almost 23. But, and we have some exciting things coming up. So can I just plug the, okay, so first off, WIC is a supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children. And we provide health screenings, nutrition education. We'll even do iron testing or hemoglobin testing, and then free nutritious foods for women who are pregnant, breastfeeding, or 6 months postpartum, breastfeeding up to a year, or children up to 5, and they still get the benefits in the month of their 5th birthday, and then after that they will transition over to the school lunch program.
And you have moved over to that new offices over there at Pahrump Park, and so we did a couple stories with that and how that was going and everything. So you're still doing all of the health and human services right out of that building now.
Yes, so it's you can get a lot done in that building. So there's WIC, there's actually the community health nurse. I'll give all the phone numbers too.
Yeah.
And then health and human services. They have several programs over there. There's Ryan White, Rapid Rehousing. They have a food card program. I think that's through maybe CSBG. They have a couple other things. So go in there if you need help with anything. If they can't find it, if they don't have it, maybe they can find it for you. We have, and then WIC, of course, I told you about that. And then the community health nurse, they're doing back to school shots. Just call and schedule. I know school's right around the corner, but just call and schedule. And usually if you have an appointment, the school will work with you if you need to catch up on something.
Fantastic.
And the health nurse office is 775-751-7070. And then the WIC office is 775-727-4884. And then the health and human services office is 775-751-7095. I forgot one thing. We also have the veteran services. Brandy is over there at the same building, but her entrance is around the back of the building.
Yeah, Brandy Matheny, who's been working with the veterans forever.
So good.
Amazing lady.
She's so good. She is just knows her job very well. Yeah. I can't say enough good things about her.
Yeah, I love her. All the veterans love her too.
Yes. Yes.
Never retire, Brandy.
She's very, very busy.
So WIC, I know you do nutrition programs and teach breastfeeding classes and things like that, right?
We do. A lot of the breastfeeding is a one-on-one because every mom might have a different challenge. So we do prenatal breastfeeding education, which is nice because if you wait until after mom has the baby, then a lot of times she's already got the problems before you talk to her. So it's really good to get all that education done while she's still pregnant so she can know what to expect. And then, of course, mom can even call us, if you've already set up on WIC as soon as you find out you're pregnant. And then even if you're in the hospital, if we're open, you just call us and we'll help you through whatever challenge on the phone. And then we also have an IBCLC at the state level. So if it's a challenge that's beyond our scope, I'm a CLC, so it's nationally certified.
What's a CLC and IBCLC?
That's a great question. So that's a certified lactation counselor, and then an IBCLC is an internationally board certified lactation counselor. So, root for me that I'll have that coming up soon.
Yay.
So, but I'm nationally certified, so we can do a lot. We can take care of most stuff, and then if there is a challenge that needs to go up, there is that availability for a WIC client. It's free, and if you had to pay for that private practice, it'd be kind of pricey.
Exactly.
So, and we also do all of our nutrition education. Nothing you don't have to pay for anything. And then we also have free online education for all of our participants.
Oh, good.
So there's a free site they can go on. And then if somebody's asking, why am I watching this? What will WIC do for me? And I don't have a child under 5, or I'm a senior, or my kids are older. So a couple of things that are resources for everybody. The ChooseMyPlate.gov website. That is a website from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. It's a really, really cool, vast website. I can't say enough good things about it. You go on that website, there's a little spot. I tell everybody about this, but because it's just a really fantastic resource. So there's a spot that says life stages. You click on that and it literally gives you nutrition tips, recipes, activities for pregnancy and breastfeeding, infants, toddlers, pre-K, kids, teens, adults, and seniors.
Wow.
All the way down for every age group. There's tips. And then say you had just I don't know what's in season right now, zucchini. You're like, what am I going to do with my zucchini? You type that in, you're going to get a bunch of recipes.
Wow.
You can create an account. You can make your own, cookbooks. So that's one of the resources that everybody in the whole country can access.
Are you utilizing that kitchen that you guys have out that building right now?
Yeah, we have a training kitchen. So we're doing classes once a month, and we'll do a recipe. Sometimes we collaborate with the coalition. Their SNAP Ed grant, Tamerlan over there. Sometimes we collaborate with her. I wish we could have her come over every month, but she only has so much time. So we get twice a year so far. And then we will also do we'll do a healthy recipe, and it's gone over really, really well.
Oh, good.
And this is something that we've not been able to do in the past because we didn't have any kitchen space, or we didn't have any space.
It's a beautiful kitchen,
really
and I got to tell you, so many opportunities over there for people to just get involved all the way around, right?
Yeah, it's really
you
nice.
have regular clientele that really take advantage of those opportunities, but it'd be nice to let everybody know, there's so many different ones. You even have a program to help people who are homeless, right?
There is. That's on the Health and Human Services side,
Yes.
so I don't know all the rules for that. So I feel like they'd be, if you do have questions about that, you should call Health and Human Services, just so I don't misspeak or say
exactly.
anything.
You have an event coming up or something, though?
Well, not an event, but kind of more like a honorary week. But one of the other things I wanted to tell you, that if you're watching and you're not WIC eligible, or have a child under 5, is when you go to the grocery store, we have those little WIC tags. Well, we don't, but the state, they have little WIC tags.
You can see them at the store, right?
Yeah, anybody. So if anybody, if you buy a food that is tagged with that WIC tag, it literally has been evaluated by a scientific organization. I saw them speak one time at a conference. So, and there's certain criteria that a food has to meet to be a WIC food. It has to be a healthy food. And if they've been approved to be a WIC food, that's a safe and healthy food to buy. And so there's a lot of things going on. WIC has been telling people for years and years and years, you always want to avoid processed foods. You want to avoid food dyes. We focus on the healthiest way to eat, and just eating, picking healthy options. Even when you go to fast food, there's healthier options than others. But if you see that WIC tag at the store, that's a healthy food. So whoever you are, if you buy that food, you're getting a healthy food.
That's something to definitely look out for. And what's so interesting is that the general public doesn't know that.
Yeah.
So thanks for giving that information.
They do now.
Right? All right.
And then, so what we have coming up next month is actually World Breastfeeding Week, National Breastfeeding Month. And then also they've coincided it now. So National Breastfeeding Month is coincided for World Breastfeeding Week, which is August 1st through August 7th. So that's the time that you're going to see a lot of breastfeeding specific messaging, information about breastfeeding. And literally, if you just go on any of your search engines and just type in World Breastfeeding Week, you're going to get a lot of sites that's going to give you a lot of information. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not a breastfeeder. What does that have to do with me? Well, one of the biggest challenges a mom faces when she breastfeeds is lack of support. And there is, it's a lot better than it was even just a few years ago. Ever since the formula shortage, there's been a lot more awareness about breastfeeding, because there was we ran out of formula, and there's the shortage, and there was the recall. So it's getting better. But one of the things that moms one of the challenges that moms face is lack of support, and that means from your community.
Yeah,
So
100%.
there's been moms that I've heard, they've gone to the store and been breastfeeding, or gone to a restaurant and been asked to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Think about this. Let me challenge the public. Think
Oh.
about this. If you were going to have your lunch, would you want to go eat your lunch in the bathroom?
Yeah, it is
So
really hard because
it's-
I was, and my kids were breastfed, and I was a huge breastfeeding advocate.
Yeah.
My mother actually ended up making me a cape so I could put it and Velcro it up so I could have, the kids.
Yeah,
breastfeed.
yeah, you could have
But
privacy.
you used to have to go and hide all the time because people were so outraged. But it is so important for the support,
Just
community
support.
Yeah.
Yeah, support. And there's actually a law now, so it's actually perfectly legal. Like if the breast does become exposed in the course of latching the baby, it is not illegal. So if somebody tries to say that's illegal, it's not. There's actually a law. If you call the WIC office, we can actually just give you the law number, or even from our WIC phone, text you the card with the law on it.
And don't workplaces have to have a location that you can breastfeed now?
Some of them do. It depends on how many employees they
Oh,
have.
okay.
But I mean, be proactive. If you have a business, you want to support the breastfeeding mom, because one of the biggest things about breastfeeding moms is if they're working, they're definitely going to miss less work because that baby's going to be healthier.
Yeah.
So it's
100%.
It's really important. Like make time, make time for her to be able to breastfeed on breaks. Provide her with maybe some refrigerator space to put the pumped milk in. Let her have a pump break. Or now they have these awesome like wearable pumps.
Yeah.
So moms could just be working. If they work at a desk, they could just be working and just they
Yeah,
don't even
'cause
know.
I had
they didn't even
one
know the
and-
pumps are there. They're
Yeah,
amazing. All the technology. out.
Yeah, the technology changes so much.
Yeah.
So people can find out more about WIC how?
Well, there's nevadawic.org website, and then there's also a nevadabreastfeeds.org website. So those two are like really big websites. And then also just if you wanted to go to FNS, the National FNS, or WIC Works, just search engine WIC Works, and you'll find out all kinds of things about WIC and how we save billions of dollars in Medicaid costs every year, because we might, just for example, like we might do a health assessment and catch that a child has maybe low hemoglobin, and so we can refer them to the doctor. We're not doctors, we're just screeners, but we can refer them to the doctor to discuss that and tell them how to increase their iron and vitamin C intake, and then we've averted a crisis. Had they not known, it might have gone on. Just little things like that. But those are just very small examples of how we save.
Tell everybody
Money.
where your office is located and the phone number for more information.
Okay, 250 North Highway 160, because there is several 250s.
Yes.
So 250 North Highway 160. We are in between the Bob Roode Community Center and the fire department, right in front of Petrick Park and the public pool.
Yep.
And we face Home Depot, so across the street.
Yeah.
So hopefully that was a lot of
The
descriptive.
Maryland
Gallivan complex. And Marilyn Gallivan was actually one of the first community health nurses out here.
and
For years.
they preserve that name once
Yeah.
again for her. All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Sponsored by Want to Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leave you with a smile. Axe Exterminators. Give those pests the axe. Give them a call today for general pest control, rodents, termites, bed bugs, and so much more in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and surrounding areas. 775-990-2065.
And I'm back with Maria Guerra. Wow, look at the special guest. We are going to talk about TuneScribe really quick, because I know that we went over Health and Human Services and the WIC office. So let's talk a little bit about TuneScribe. What is TuneScribe?
So TuneScribe, it's TuneScrybe. Why? Because we love music and the arts. So TuneScribe with a Y, and that's why, because we love music and the arts. TuneScribe is an idea that I had years ago, and it just kept like growing and growing, and I wanted to create an outlet for, like, I have a lot of musicians in my life, like you and I have worked Fall Festival years and years and years. Music is very close, near and dear
And
to
we're
our
going to
heart.
work the side-by-side event.
Yes.
October 17th and 18th at Petrick Park.
Yes. And then, I mean, just it's it's just like so special. If I can maybe quickly give a shout out and condolences to Ozzy's family.
Yeah, Ozzy.
He was a huge influence, and he's going to live forever in his music.
Yes.
And I love him, and I'm
I love Ozzy as well.
so sorry.
And I've seen
Love
Ozzy
to
many
his
times
family.
and have his albums. I have one of them signed.
I love that.
It's really good.
Love
But
it.
yes,
So-
we're still grooving over Ozzy.
Yes, his
100%. If anybody's seen my Facebook page, they know that, right? But yeah, musicians in your life, including Corey, and we
Yes.
got one behind the camera over there, Donna, and so we have a lot of musicians in our life. And the thing is that you really are an advocate for musicians and a location where musicians can get work, show their work, all those things, right?
So that's kind of what we wanted to create. So I wanted to bring up Ozzy because if like he's one of my inspirations. So if we didn't have guitar legends and music legends like him and Randy Rhoads and Jackie Lee and Corey Smith,
Who's Corey?
if we didn't have these people, maybe we wouldn't be doing what we're doing today. And so I started TuneScribe. So we're a label, a publisher. So we're doing also publishing. I'm working on 5 children's books right now from 3 different artists. A label, a publisher, a management team, and also we are doing, we can do recording and sound engineering and distribution.
Fantastic.
For music. And then for all art, we have a visual artist named Erin O'Brien. She's a gorgeous painter. Like, she's just amazing. And you can see us on tunescribe.com. Her bio is on there. Corey Smith, who is my other half.
Yes, everybody knows
I
Corey.
love him.
Fantastic
He's
guitarist.
my favorite guitar player.
And a lot of people know his dad as well.
Yes, Greg Smith. He's been playing music locally for a long time. And he actually has toured the whole United States, too. Greg has. And then we have me. I'm under Mary War, because I wrote a poetry book, and I'm working on a couple more things right now, which hopefully you will see coming up. And we have David Rice, who is a singer, songwriter, performer, and he performs at like MGM and Aria.
I think we had him
over
perform
Vegas.
out an event for us as well. Did he perform? We booked him for Fall Festival, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yes.
really beautiful voice. And then we have Ashley Rice as well, and she's a sculptor, and she does do some singing too, but
Yeah.
we have her sculpting
Fantastic.
on TuneScribe. So we do the merchandising for the artists, and just trying to get all their music out there. So you can find, some of the distribution sites, or some of the streaming sites rather, if you type in TuneScribe with a Y, it will come up with all of our artists that we have released right now. Like Amazon, if you type TuneScribe, you'll find Corey, you'll find David.
Okay, wonderful.
And then if, like Spotify, you might have to type specifically. So the easiest way to get to your favorite streaming service and to get your music is just to go to tunescribe.com, and you can click the bios. Like if you're looking for music, then you can click Corey's. It'll go right directly to his page.
Yes.
And then you don't have to search YouTube, and because there's a few Corey Smiths on there, so you don't have to search that. You could just go
And
right
Corey's amazing to listen to.
Oh my gosh.
I
Hopefully
just
I
love-
can just send you a clip. Maybe you can put it on.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it might be attached to this show once you're seeing it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're an artist and you want to be on TuneScribe,
So get a hold of me, just tunescribe@gmail.com, and or go to tunescribe.com and message us through there. Either way, just do that, and we'll talk, and we'll see what you have, and see if we can get you going.
All right. Thank you so much.
And if you want to record, just get a hold of us too, because we can just, even if you wanted to record, say you want to, sorry, I cut off your ending, but if you want to record, like say you just want to you're doing a birthday and you want to record a song for your loved one, we can help you record that and mix and master it too.
I like it.
So
All
TuneScribe
right.
Studios, that's the TuneScribe Studios
there you
part.
go. When we return, we're going to have your Save a Pet.
Sponsored by Want to Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leave you with a smile. Axe Exterminators. Give those pests the axe. Give them a call today for general pest control, rodents, termites, bed bugs, and so much more in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and surrounding areas. 775-990-2065.
Hi, I'm Christy Sigmund here at Nye County Animal Shelter, and I have Miss Rosie with me today. Rosie is a sweet, compact little girl with a lot of love to give. She came here to the shelter very pregnant, gave birth to 4 beautiful babies, and all of her babies have been adopted. Now it's Miss Rosie's turn. It's her turn to find her forever home where she can give a lot of love. She's wonderful with walks. She's wonderful with other dogs. She would really, truly make a beautiful addition to any home. So if you'd like to come and meet Rosie, please come down to the Nye County Animal Shelter at 1580 East Seary. Give us a call at 775-751-7020 or visit 24petconnect.com to see any of our adoptable animals.
Thank you so much, Christy, for that Save a Pet, and take advantage of that special deal going on right now to clear the shelters. And we want to thank Maria Guerra for coming on our show today. That's going to wrap up this edition of Unchained. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.